Think about a small city in Italy. There's a squad called Peacemaker, like a CBGB. There's a punk concert going on. The music is rough, is loud, people are dancing and moshing. I'm there, I'm 15 years old, and I'm just trying to understand what's going on. Like, what's this crazy music? Why people like to get hurt? I really don't know what's going on. And at some point, someone in the mosh pit falls, and in not even a second, there are 3-4 people picking them up. And I was like, what's going on? And so later that evening, I learned that the first rule of the mosh pit is if anyone falls, you pick them up. That was the first punk concert of my life, and it changed everything. I thought if people in this environment that is like loud and chaotic and a bit violent are caring for each other, I want to be part of it. There has to be more. And of course, there was more. I started helping out, organizing benefit concerts to raise money for people in need. I helped cooking the food for the bands that were touring. I started playing in the band just to talk about, life. And I also started learning about the animal rights movement. I got really into it. I became a vegetarian, then I became a vegan. Then, you're in Italy in the 90s, your grandma is not happy about it. So went back to being a vegetarian. But I really felt I was helping people. I really felt I was helping living beings. And so I wanted to do more. I needed to do more. I got involved in many things. I started to organize more things. I started to volunteering more. I was doing and pushing. I was there for everyone, but I was not there for me. This idea of helping people no matter what started really showing up in other parts of my life. When I started working, was working 60 or 80 hours per week. Hi, ex-co-working friends. We are designers. We think that we help people, so that's okay to work so much. And you're all New Yorkers, if you work that much, your body breaks. So I needed to move. Somehow yoga showed up, and I started going, but I was using it as a pure physical exercise. It kind of helped me de-stress, but once again, on the mat, I needed to push, I needed to do more yoga, more stretching, and of course I got injured, so I stopped going. And at that point, I was not even there for people anymore. I was not helping anyone. I lost everything. A few years later, I moved to New York, and once again, I was working 80, 60 hours per week, and I went back to yoga. There was this little studio next to my place in Brooklyn, and I still remember the teacher that I met. She's also Italian, and I kept going because I liked her voice. And she was saying things like, just don't grip your toes, spread them wide, relax them. In Utkatasana, it's a hard pose. Or surrender in humble warrior. I was like, what are you talking about? These poses are so hard, you must engage everything, even your jaw. You have to do everything you can. They're difficult. But she kept saying it and saying it and saying it. And at some point, I started listening. One day, I relaxed a few parts of my body in one of the asanas, and I discovered something different. I was able to go deeper into those poses. And similar to what happened in finding kindness in the mosh pit, I found kindness another time in an unexpected place. But this time was kindness towards myself. I was not torturing my body anymore. I was being kind to it. And so, similar to what happened at the beginning of this story, that I started helping people, this idea of like be kind to myself started showing up in other parts of my life. And so at work, I started to become comfortable with the uncomfortable. My heart really started to be carefree. My mind relaxed. And I was there for my family. I was there for my friends. And I learned probably the best thing ever. And I need to read this because it showed up in the training, and I think it was Rachel that said that, or maybe it was just my interpretation of your words. It was just in my notes. If you love or are kind to everyone but not yourself, you're still discriminating against someone. You have to save yourself too. So here I am, years later. I'm still going to punk concerts. I'm still doing yoga. The mosh pit really taught me to take care of others, and yoga taught me to take care of myself. And it's not easy. It's not easy. You have to remind yourself every single day about that. But you know what? Every moment is really a learning. It could be a loud moment, a quiet moment, and even in New York City, you can find kindness. You just need to be willing to notice. Thank you.